May the Most High great ever bless us. There's a lot of things that's going to distract us right now. We wait for it in the physical realm, but I'm going to tell you a lot of deep things. First off, get your mind off of that boy Kanye West. I'm trying to tell y'all, his brain already been tampered with. If you look back at my old video, you'll see that he's been already been hypnotized and all type of different stuff playing with his mind. See, a lot of different things are happening because it's a lot of spiritual power behind certain people, you know what I mean? And they don't want those people to research, not in the physical realm, but in the spiritual realm. I'm gonna continue on. I had two dreams, all right, recently this year, and I'm gonna explain what does that have to do with everything else that I'm going to explain after that. All right, so the first dream I'm gonna talk about is the second tidal wave dream that I had. I had a dream that I was like in Thailand or Indonesia or something like that, right? And I told somebody this already too. They know who it is. I was like in Thailand or Indonesia, you know. It was like an Asian community, but they were like darker, so I could tell it was like an Indonesia or Thailand or some type of area like that. And I was right off the coast, and it had like a mall area and different stuff like that. And when I was in the mall area, we heard a loud siren because it was a tidal wave coming, and I was right off the coast, so I'm looking at the tidal wave come towards the island. So I hop on this bike behind a guy, like some sort of, maybe he was like a guide, my tour guide or something like that, but he was from the community, and he had a motorcycle, like, you know, those motorcycles to get around town with in those type of countries and stuff like that. So I was behind him, and I'm watching, we're going this way, and the tidal wave is coming this way, and I'm like, man, we about to get flushed by this large body of water coming towards us as we are going up this like hill. The tidal wave was coming. So I seen a video today, right? It was about the Illuminati and different stuff like that, and I paused the video right quick on like 2 seconds, and it said tidal wave attacks on Indonesia or Thailand or something like that. And I was like, yo, you see how connected you are? When you leave the body, it's like you can see what the enemy is doing. Here's the thing, some of us are spiritual warriors, and when I say spiritual warrior, I don't mean that you have the spiritual mindset in the physical. I mean that you do things, important things in the spiritual realm from time to time, and I'm gonna explain even more. I'm gonna get deeper, right? So, some of us are truly spirit warriors, and we can feel the tenseness of what's going on in this world now. There are people, for the sake of their egos, they might watch my videos and they might have more viewers and subscribers and stuff. They might watch my videos just to go back to their platform and criticize what I say without even saying my name. That's why I don't care to make these videos, but I realize it's not even about them. It's about the true spiritual warriors who understand what I'm talking about now. Because you already believe me when I say that I seen the lady at my job shapeshift, right? I saw my soul, and I got in contact with real demons when I had to face them and destroy them. So, you do spiritual warfare in real life sometimes when you go to sleep, okay? You put in that real work. Now, the second dream I had, there was a dream that I had these abilities where I can like creep onto the wall like a little Spider-Man ninja, and I was in this factory-like facility, It looked strange, like it looked like it was like a factory made with like a little lab, like laboratory kind of setup. And it was like these agents wearing masks, and I didn't want to kill them, and I had the skills. I had these skill set, you know, like a ninja or warrior or something like that. And I was knocking them out. I was crawling on the wall on top one, like right behind him, and I got down and I, you know, grabbed his neck and I choked him and put him to sleep. And I was doing that one by one, and it's like I had a mission, and I was going towards getting something, and I was looking around, and it was like a secret laboratory kind of setup, man. I saw these creatures, right? I ain't even gonna say that part yet. So I was going down deeper into the little laboratory kind of thing, and I stole this motherboard kind of disc. I mean, it wasn't like a disc, it was like a chip. It looked like a motherboard kind of chip. It was like white at the bottom, but it had like the little metal parts and all that, the little chip motherboard thing. And all the soldiers and stuff came out. I'm talking about all the security with the mask and all that. And I moved nimble and quick, you know what I mean? I had these abilities where I could stick onto the wall and jump and flip and do all these different things. And I'm talking about waves and waves of security was coming after me. And they had these creatures. They were in tanks, and they looked like little frog, like large, like frog men, kind of like these demonic frog thingies, and they were inside these tanks that had green liquid. But when they opened it, the green liquid turned to like powdery dust kind of smoke, and then they came alive, and they released a few of those after me. And I was looking like, so this is what they're here doing. They're creating a lot of these different type of creatures and all these different things. They have all these experiments, and I got all of this on their motherboard chip thing that I had, and they were just waves of them trying to catch me. It was like I felt I could read the minds, and it was like, get that chip by any means necessary, take him out, like get that chip. And it was like I escaped with that chip. So look, there was 2 movies I seen, right? I mean, there was a movie I just seen about the Illuminati. Somebody made it. It wasn't even a movie. It was like YouTube clips, different anime shorts, right? And it's about the Illuminati. And they said the same thing. The Illuminati is made up of, when they talk about the Illuminati, why people can't see it is because they're corporate masters, and they're hidden in different places. And they're a mix of human beings being, you know, the subordinates, the human subordinates, and then you have like the higher ups in the demonic realm. You have hierarchy of different demons that take care of different things and placed in different areas, sort of like devil's advocate. You know, you remember when Keanu Reeves was a lawyer, and then when he stepped up into the ranks, he realized that not everyone he was around was human. Just like when I seen the lady shapeshift at my job, wasn't human. When I used to be a housekeeper at the hospital, the nurse came in and she shapeshifted after I had a brief conversation with her. So the movie that I seen was about the Illuminati, and the hierarchy was the demons and all that with the rich corporate masters. That's the reason why. And they took care of most of their business. The reason why we didn't understand and we couldn't quite figure it out is because they do most of their business in like a hidden world. There's a dimension right outside ours that look exactly like ours, and they're able to go to that world outside our world, that dimension, and take care of most of their business physically. So we're here, but we can't see what they do and all this stuff. That's because they have most of their technologies and most of their things hidden in a different dimension where they do their dirty work. That's how the movie was, and they wanted to get the people they call dreamers. All right, the name of the Illuminati movie was called Secret World, and they wanted to get the ones that could dream because they were the warriors in the dream. They kept coming into the dimension that the Illuminati was doing business, the demons and stuff, and they were taking out some of their businesses and doing different stuff out there. So they wanted to catch all the dreamers, the ones who go into the spiritual realm and they always taking care of something. They were on some sort of mission and something for something good. This is what they doing real. And it's a video that some underground people did. It's not even like Hollywood or nothing like that. These are people that really know what's going on, and they try to show you it and put it to you in different forms, those who can find it. And I found it. Now I understand that there are some of us that are what you call the dreamers, the few that can see into the realm of what they're doing. They're doing a lot of mischief. That's why hair's messed up and we can't see why. We don't understand. They laugh because they're right outside this realm in the spirit world. They can do this out of body and do these things. We have no idea of their capabilities. I'm glad I stole that that motherboard disc or whatever the hell it was. It was a chip. They sent everything at me and they couldn't even get me, but there were so many of them. I was moving around in the air doing flips and all that, and everywhere I moved they were right on me. You know what I mean? So these are the things that they try to block you from doing. That's why they keep you so focused on like these rich people that are put here to distract you, regardless of if they talk the talk or walk the walk, like Kanye's and all these different peoples. I already told y'all, if you look at my old videos, you see Kanye, he already been hypnotized and he was telling everything. They're all in it together. You know, publicity, good or bad publicity, is still good publicity because they get paid off you paying attention to them. That's all these people care about. They sold their souls years ago. This is spiritual warfare. They're doing things to us right outside our peripheral, and the only way you can get in tune and to fight spiritually is if you get in tune with yourself, your own nature. You are something totally different from everything else going on around you. But in order to help, because let's be real here, you came here to help. It would be redundant and foolish if you keep coming back just to live that one life and do nothing or be happy. Because let's be real, the only time you experience emotions is when you come back to this earth over and over again. In your whole state with the Most High, you have no emotions. You are so attached from this that you will see things go on and you will have no connection to it. What you and I call good and evil is totally different from what goes on in the realms, in the higher realms. This is the lowest of the realms. You come back to do things, to help. Alright, that's how we rise. We come back because there are many of us that understands that you and I are one, and there's no I in we. So we come back to help each other, which is so unselfish. But then again, when some of us come back here, we get totally distracted by the lives we live and the people we meet, and the anger and the hurt and the happiness and the love and all these different emotions that we feel when we come back here, forgetting our reasons for coming back here. So what you must do is go within deep, find out who you truly are. What is the message that you receive, and what do you have to do? I'm talking to those spiritual warriors, the ones who know it's a battle and fight. I don't just mean go there in the spiritual world and talk. I mean go there and physically fight with your abilities. We have these abilities in the spiritual realm. There are things that go on in the spiritual world that we can take care of now. But we have to be clear-minded. That's what I'm fighting for each and every day, is because I know it's spiritual work that I got to do. And I love when I go into that realm because it gets so deep. I meet new people. Warriors. Men and women. Spiritual soldiers. Not the soldiers here on earth that are actually under these corporate masters. The hierarchy of demons. I'm talking about the ones who mess up the plans when they go and they close their physical eyes and the spirit comes out.